Now we're looking at the common sort of what you probably hear a lot in a bar or in a restaurant. So Pilsner and Pale Lager, this is the style that when people think beer, this is probably the flavors that you're thinking of, right? Because it's 95% of the beer in the world is of this style. Very, very common, but it's great, refreshing, very light. You get a nice balance of all of these ingredients, but nothing's really overpowering. So if you're just kind of looking for a light beer, you know, this is a good option. And then when people also that don't like beer, I think a lot of times what they're thinking that they don't like is the bitterness. And so wheat beers tend to be a great option to get people to try new things because they're more refreshing and sort of citrusy and juicy rather than bitter or harsh. So some wheat beers are not brewed with any spices. German Hefeweizens are a good example. They have flavors of banana and clove, and they're very refreshing. But others, like the Belgian-inspired wit beers or white beers, are brewed with spices. Coriander and orange peel are usually the most common, but you can see anything from ginger, anise, chamomile, you name it. Very refreshing.
So you could use a lot of creativity in crafting these.
Yeah, I mean, Belgium had access to all these great spices, and if they taste good, why not use them? Okay, so IPA, I think that's probably what you hear. If Pilsner is the most common style in the world, IPAs are the most common style in the craft beer world. That's kind of what put American beers on the map.
On the map, right.
100%, is our hops are very assertive and aggressive. You'll hear words like piney, grapefruit, resin, you know, citrus peel, herbs, all of these really sort of big, bold flavors. But a common thread that IPAs have was their hop bitterness. What's exciting now is that a lot of newer breweries and sort of younger beers are incorporating more hop flavor but less hop bitterness. So you'll hear the word juice bomb because certain hops have flavors of blueberry, mango, citrus, tropical fruit, you name it. And you get all of those great flavors without the hop bitterness. So if you think you've had an IPAs and don't like them, there's several different options that you can try.
It's a big world of IPAs.
Definitely. Huge.
I never gotta bring it home.
St. Patrick's Day, we're doing it. So people see dark beers sometimes and get a little nervous because they assume that it's going to be heavy or really strong. And color has absolutely nothing to do with the strength of a beer, with the body of beer, anything. It just says that there's a little dark malt used. And dark malt is roasted similar to how chocolate and coffee are roasted. So if you like the flavors of chocolate, coffee, you know, all of these sort of rich dessert-like flavors, a stout might really work for you. It's what got me.
Then you may be a Guinness Galler guy.
Yeah, and the one we have here, exactly. Totally. Do you know we have, this is a milk stout. It's from Left Hand, and they use lactose sugar, so actual milk sugar that does not ferment, so it stays, kind of hangs out in the liquid and adds a really nice creamy sweetness to it.
That gives you that creamy factor. Like, this has been sitting here several minutes, and it's just a creamy, perfect
pour. And it's carbonated with nitrogen, so it keeps it really silky.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you so much.